All right, welcome to day zero of Keeping It Real. The purpose of this or these videos, this 90-day series, is really just to keep myself accountable to new method I'm trying to experiment with, trying to introduce. Uh, where, I'll be honest, I just came off of a relapse about an hour ago, and I was just thinking, I feel like I have zero accountability. So I wanted to make a series where I can every day look forward to updating not only this YouTube channel or this recording series that I have, but two other places, the real world and Mark Klepit's um, Reforged Man, um, or Self Mastery Club as he now calls it. Um, and I'm gonna make a unique recording slash writings in each of those respective platforms. And like I said, the goal is to just keep me accountable and to give daily updates, daily progress, and to have something that I look forward to every day in creating. Because if let's say I relapse like later on, well, now I have something that I lose. I lose these videos, I lose the streak. I essentially give up on, even though it might be a fake audience, it's giving up on something versus relapsing and not giving up on anything. So that's the psychology that got me into this, and I hope that this can carry me through 90 days. Because the thing is, guys, if anyone's listening to this, the truth is, if you make it to 90 days consistently and not looking at anything, not looking at explicit images, along the way, that's something I'm guilty of, going on 30-day streaks, 15 day, 17-day, 19-day, 40 days, right? And throughout the way, along the way, I will end up looking at peaking, as it's called, at explicit images. And this is just not the way you want to be doing streaks. You need to be doing them in a clean way. Now, obviously, if you look at things accidentally or something happens, it's the 21st century, it's going to happen. But there's a big difference between looking it up intentionally and it just presenting itself to you and then you looking away, right? Because the idea is that when you are presented with this stuff, explicit imagery, whether it be from, I don't know, friends accidentally showing, or just social media really in general, or really the internet. If you go on the internet, you will be exposed at some point. Accidentally, it's just gonna happen. It's just the world we live in. So it's you getting to a point where you can be like, okay, you know, I'm not going to engage, right? Versus you looking at that and then being tempted in your head and then thinking about it all day. You still might be thinking about it all day when you're not going to look at it intentionally, but uh, the difference is that when you give in and look at it intentionally, let's say you look at it again the next hour, then you could go back and you go to the same spot, then maybe you look somewhere else. That's a problem. That would be more like relapse behavior. If not a flat out PMO relapse, then at least it's going to be a brain. You're going to feel the brain effects, which, like I said, no one wants to do that. You just make it a clean streak. That's the whole purpose of what I'm doing here. I need to make it a clean streak. So I really need to get to 90 days, because if you get to 90 days, you will become a millionaire. You will not only become a millionaire, but whatever you want to do, you will do it, and tenfold. Millionaire is probably just the beginning. The reason why no one's a millionaire is because they've all given in to lustful thoughts and lustful actions. That's the truth of it, guys. What I'm saying here is the absolute truth. I've seen it with my own eyes. The only reason I got into this is because of the side effects I've had to deal with, unknowing that this was the cause. And now that I know that this is the cause, when I had a long streak, I saw with my own eyes and I felt the benefits over and over. I started doing this um, about 2 years ago, I would say. Yeah, 2 years is probably accurate. Obviously, I haven't made it to 90 days. My highest streak is probably 60 something days. During that streak, I just had the best time of my life. Like I was able to enjoy the small things in life. I wasn't giving in. I was just having a great time, and that's where I want to get back to. But obviously, this being an addiction is extremely difficult. That's just the truth of it. It's an extremely difficult thing. That's why there's so many people on NoFap. But I'm trying new things. I'm experimenting. I'm branching out. This is one of the things I'm trying. It's a new thing. I've never tried doing something like this before. So I'm hoping that this is the run. You know, if you want to talk about it like Forza and XQC speed runs, this is the run, right? This is the run. This is the streak. I need to get to 90. Not only 90, but further, right? But the idea is if I get to 90 here, I can just take this on and continue being accountable because in 90 days, now I'm going to take it a step further and I'll be like, okay, guys, I have certified myself as 90 days. I will achieve greatness, right? Um, so that's what I have. I want to keep the first one somewhat short. It's interesting because I've been talking for, it feels like an hour, but it's actually only been 5 minutes and like something seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds. That is interesting. Um, Now, before I go, I want to probably give a documentation on why I relapsed. The truth of the matter is this one, I didn't even look at any explicit material. It's just that the urge was a little too strong for me, and I just kind of caved in. I fought it back for a good while, but I did something good actually, and I did something good and I kind of wanted to reward myself. Obviously, this is the worst. This is not even a reward. This is literally poison. Why am I? It's a reward in terms of your psychological brain tricking you, your emotional brain tricking you, but in reality, it's not a reward. It's quite the opposite. It's literally the opposite. It subtracts everything that you have in your life. This, I'm hoping, is a solution. If this is in fact a solution, I do make it in 90 days, that would be remarkable. That would be something extremely remarkable. I will document that. I will take that and I'll make an app out of that, out of this whole process, because that means that, being someone who has done this for 2 years, if this works, that is proof. That is good enough proof, um, for me to just prove that this method works. I've tried countless methods, countless of them. This is something that I think would work in theory because it combines a lot of things. It combines value, the social aspect, the community aspect, journaling, because I'm journaling as I'm kind of doing this, albeit vocal journaling, but I'm going to be combining it with physical journaling because I'm going to make two more different entries. So I'm kind of combining three different communities, two of which I know have an audience. This one, which is verbal, which doesn't have an audience, but it's psychological. So there's a lot of things going on that actually make this a lot more intuitive and more valuable than might meet the eye at first glance. So with that being said, this is day zero. I'm not going to say day one because, it has not been a day yet, right? Tomorrow will be day one. I'll update you guys then how I feel. Right now, I feel, ooh, not good. I mean, yeah, what can I say? Motion. No one feels good. Okay, at day zero, let me just tell you that. I don't feel at my best. I feel kind of weak, like just tired, weak, just drained. Just all the negative emotions bottled up into one thing. It's just bad. No one wants to be here. I don't want to be here. The reason I'm in here is because of the addiction, which we're trying to break. So, thank you guys. I'll be back tomorrow.